Hey everyone, welcome back to the Errant Venture. My name is Steve, and today we're going to be talking about Crosshair from the Bad Batch, why he's going to be leaving the group and joining the Empire. To start off with, Crosshair has a lot of loyalty. A lot of it's one of his big traits, and you see it in Season 7 of the Clone Wars after Commander Cody gets hurt and Rex wants to take over the operation, that he argues as, I don't know you, I don't trust you, we're going to take it over. Hunter is going to be in charge. And eventually Hunter stepped up and said, nope, we're going to let Rex do it. But that shows his loyalty to his group, the Bad Batch, Clone Force 99, and that he doesn't want to take orders from someone outside of that group. But here's the thing. Clone Force 99 is employed by the GAR, by the Grand Army of the Republic, which is what turns into the Empire. So technically his loyalty above his group is to the GAR or the Empire. So he should be more loyal to the Empire. And the way he can see it is, hey, the new orders are, Tarkin wants us to do this. And he wants to follow his orders, be a good soldier, and continue doing what he's doing, where the rest of the group is kind of turning their back on the Empire, saying that's not who we are, that's not how we want to be. And we don't want to change. We want to stay the same. So it could be Crosshair's loyalty to the GAR/Empire, which is what causes him to leave his brothers behind, join with Tarkin, join with the Empire in order to go out and continue their missions. And then he puts Clone Force 99 on the run. And that's the test of his loyalty. He's only around because of the GAR. So next, they could be promising him rank. He could be in for promotion, saying, hey, if you leave Clone Force 99, if maybe Tarkin has some, hey, I really like this guy. If you leave Clone Force 99, I'm going to promote you. I'm going to give you a higher position in the Empire than what you currently have. And maybe you'll get your own squadron. But you're going to get promotion. If they pay their people, they're going to get more of a check. And for most soldiers, they want that higher rank. They want to keep moving up. A promotion's a promotion. You always want to do better and further yourself. And then he could be looking at it as, this is my way to continue my climb to the top. But if he's promised his own squad, that could be another thing that sounds intriguing to him. Right now, he's taking orders from Hunter. What if he's the one who can give the orders? He can go out there, tell people what to do, and train these people to how he wants them to be. Now, would he be getting clones to lead? That's debatable. Now with stormtroopers coming in, with the Empire starting up, they're taking recruits from various systems because, the cost of clones are expensive. You have to house them, you have to feed them, you have to train them from, being in the machine at a very small size to being an adult. In some cases, it could take a couple years, 10 years it took to grow the first generation of clones. That's a lot of an investment in one body. So now he has the option. Does he take new recruits, which would have a clean slate, no training, and train them his way to operate how he wants them to, the skill set that he has to show them how to operate as stormtroopers? Or he could potentially be getting a team of clones that have actually joined the Empire from the GAR and are continuing their service. Not all the clones in the GAR continue with the Empire. Some of them drop out, others go into training, some of them continue to still serve on the front line. So maybe he's going to be getting clones who already have a great level of training, have excelled at their craft, and would allow him to show them the additional skill set that they would need to follow him. That sounds like a pretty good deal right there. Two ways that he can make his own squadron and be able to oversee their operations and make sure they're up to his standards. But the other thing is, Crosshair always wants to be the best. You see it in the Clone Wars Season 7, where he's always competing with Wrecker to see who can cause the most destruction, who has the coolest plans, who can do the most damage to the droids. He always wants to be the best. And if you're running around on the land being chased by the biggest military out there, you're not going to have the best. While they're in their current positions on the GAR, while the Clone Wars is going on, they're getting the best uniforms, they're getting the best weaponry, the best upgrades, the best ships, whatever they want. They pretty much have access to it. Now the Empire comes in. The Empire has all the technology from the GAR, all the technology from the Separatists, a lot of resources, a lot of money, ships, weaponry, advancements are continuing to be made. But they're not going to just give it to everyone. It's only going to be if you're in the Empire, and he might see this as, hey, I can get better sniper rifles, better guns, better ships, better everything. Or I can be on the run from the Empire with the rest of Clone Force 99, always having to look over my shoulder, make sure there's no crosshairs on me, and just living a life of not really living. You're just always running. So sticking with the Empire, you get the best of everything. Where the only way you're going to get new supplies or new technology if you're on the run, as the rest of the team looks like they might be, is to either find allies, find resistance pockets, rebellions, steal it. The only jobs that are really going to be made available for people like the Bad Batch, mercenaries, bodyguards, bounty hunters, different, maybe local policing. And that doesn't sound like the type of life that these decorated clone soldiers want. Coming from being a team of honor to, essentially not having any honor. So that's not something that they would want. And Crosshair could be looking at it as, if I stay in the Empire, if I join the Empire and I stay with them, I can keep doing missions. I can keep fighting the good fight. It's essentially the same army. It's the same technology. It's the same grouping. And they're still going to have missions. He would still be going after high-ranking targets for the Empire, which is essentially what he was doing in Clone Force 99 for the GAR. So, yeah, there'd be different people to follow. He would be another person under Tarkin's thumb, but he would still be doing what he's used to doing, what he was born and bred to do. They weren't born to be bounty hunters. So, that could be one thing, but at the same time, I'm still having a hard time believing he would leave his group. The loyalty that he shows in Season 7 to his own small clique of people makes it seem like, why would he go and listen to someone else? He didn't want to listen to Commander Cody. He didn't want to listen to Rex. So he's going to listen to Tarkin of all people? That does not make sense. So part of me feels like he could be playing the spy among the Empire. He could be there and he could be sending signals out to the Bad Batch saying, hey, these are our next steps, and allowing them to be a step ahead of the Empire in order to stay alive until they can find more allies and maybe strike back. So that's one of the other questions that are coming up in my mind. What's the overall purpose of the show? It's to show what happens to the Bad Batch afterwards, but I'm really curious to see what the ending of that is. So it's possible that Crosshair just becomes a spy for the group to help keep them around and be able to tell them how to operate or where to go or what their next plans are. Essentially a fulcrum. So that there you go from Rebels. He could be a fulcrum. So at the end of this day, I don't see him being with the Empire long term. Even if he's not a spy. Even if he's operating with Tarkin, he's going to go out and he's going to be hunting down his brothers in Clone Force 99. At some point, he's going to catch them. And once they start talking, he's going to have one of the members of Clone Force 99 on the ground. He's going to have his finger on the trigger, about to end the job. And I think his heart is going to go, these are my brothers. He's going to remember all the times they had, the times he had their back, the times they had his back, the missions they did, the loyalty. It's going to come back to him. And I don't think he's going to be able to pull the trigger and kill one of his brothers. I believe at the end of the day, he's going to defect away from the Empire, rejoin the Bad Batch, and that might be how the season ends, how the series ends, of him finding his way home to Clone Force 99. That's my expectation. So, do I think he's going to join the Empire? He very well might. Do I think he's going to enjoy it? I don't think he's going to enjoy it. Do I think he's going to stay with the Empire? No. I think he's going to come back to Clone Force 99. But if he did join the Empire, those were my reasons why he would. So that's all I got for this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think he's going to join the Empire? Do you think he's going to be just a spy? Or maybe not join the Empire? Remember, this is all based on leaks and theories. So let me know what you guys think below. And how excited are you for the new Bad Batch series? I cannot wait. So let me know what your thoughts are coming up. Let me know what you guys think the series is actually going to be about. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of The Errant Venture.